Basic navigation within Stoneapp begins with the expandable modules on the left. The selection then opens submenus along the top. The system has a built-in CRM where leads and appointments can be managed through the sales process. Simply select Create Lead and complete the fields as information is gathered. Any data in Stoneapp will never need to be re-entered, and the drop-down list will be customized to your specifications. Leads can also be entered by the customer either through a form on a showroom tablet or through your website's Contact Us form. We'll briefly talk about the Communication Hub before coming back to the lead. Stoneapp has a place where all project-specific notes and attached documents are retained. You can categorize them for easy access. You can also generate emails directly from Communication Hub, and you can create email templates for communications that you might send on a regular basis. For instance, a salesperson might have a template for an introductory email with attachments showing pictures of, say, finished work, or a please sign and return this quote and we'll get your project started type of email template. The email is retained in Communication Hub from lead to project completion. If a customer selects specific slabs or remnants during the lead or quote process, the slabs can be placed in a tagged status, which would carry an automatic expiration date if you wish. And that date can be adjusted if needed, based on your permissions. Activities can be set up for your sales process. For example, building relationships, job site visit, shop visit, obtain drawings, etc. Assign a resource to the activity and track on a calendar. Salesperson sees only their individual follow-ups, but the sales manager sees them all. Activity statuses and dates can be managed in the lead or on the calendar. The sales tracker allows one to see the leads segmented by status. The phone icon shows how many lead follow-up activities are created for that project. Gain insight into your leads by salesperson, account type, marketing source, geography, and much more through the leads dashboard. Next, convert the lead into a quote or generate a direct quote, which automatically creates a lead. Notice that all previously completed information is pre-filled. We'll take this moment to introduce price books. You can have as many as you need, and Stoneapp can assist with your initial setup, but you can have complete control of them in the Settings module. This example shows 5 different price books. It's not necessary, but it is available for you to set up even at the customer level. You can manage pricing for all products if you wish. We'll exit price books and go back to the quote. The job description field is visible on the quote and is often used for special details or boilerplates. Quotes can be created by drawing the parts or by the quick quote option. Here's a glimpse of the quick quote. However, we're going to dive into the details of creating a quote by the drawing. The drawing module consists of create counters, slab layout, and price summary, which we will review as we move along. The drawing tool has tremendous flexibility. You can draw your own shape using the pencil, or you can select predefined shapes. Either method allows you to change sizes and angles. Simply walk through steps 1 through 7, and the calculations are done for you as you go. Expand the quote summary section to reveal the details. I'm going to let the video just run here for a little bit so you can see some of the flexibility of the tool. You can add bump outs, delete them. You can move them to get them aligned with visually how they should look. You can add splash. There's default sizes, but you can always click on it and customize the size. You can add edges as well. Again, everything's being calculated on the right-hand side there. I almost overlooked cutouts. You can add cutouts and change sizes of cutouts. You can even add syncs directly from here. So a lot of flexibility with this drawing tool. Now let's add materials. Filter by product or simply type in the name of the color. In this scenario, we have absolute black in 3cm, 2cm, and in a leathered finish. We also see the slabs that we have in inventory, including remnants. Materials can be priced by square foot, slab, or weighted average square foot. If pricing by square foot, a waste factor can be added, which in the material summary field, the system shows the price of the material based on your selections. Now we'll go into the drawing and use the layout feature. Pictures of the materials can also be uploaded to show the veining of that material. On the left, you'll edit, you'll split pieces apart, rotate as needed, and on the right represents the image even with that picture. The price summary section shows the details of the price by line item. You can add additional line items like tear out, corbels, sink, etc., and indicate whether or not the addition is customer supplied. There is also reporting for quotes. Similar to leads, the quoting module has its own set of dashboard visuals and reports. There's detailed reports on many aspects of sales, even including commissions. Now we'll show you the quick quote when we add a vanity without a drawing. Select the same material or add new material, then add the other details of the part as well as any other line items. In this example, we'll select a different material, Bahama Blue, where you can simply add in the square feet, or you can add the dimensions, which will calculate the square feet automatically. Add your various line items, and you could show your salesperson the cost if you wish. In some organizations, they don't. They just set the price book. So a lot of flexibility here. So now we have a kitchen by drawing method and vanity by the quick quote method. The quote summary section, before you even send out the quote to the client, you have insight into the expected profitability. It is permission-based, so you can choose to allow your sales team to see this or prevent them. With Ed Hill's help, T-Dollar is also incorporated into Stoneapp. Additionally, there is a robust sales commission component that allows you to structure your commission report about any way you can think of. There are a variety of quote views to show your client, as much or as little as you wish. The disclaimer is entirely customized for you. Remember that an email template can be created as an efficient way to provide instructions to your client along with the quote details. Anytime that a print, PDF, or email is selected, the system automatically creates a revision and retains that, to which you can always reference in the future if needed. This way your price and scope of work is always protected. New versions of quotes with, say, different material can easily be created. Additionally, option sets can be added to a quote, and quotes can also be copied into a new and different quote. Using these tools makes it very efficient for a Fabricator to pump out all the options that customers often request. Quotes are then promoted into a project or job. Approving the job creates a new tab called Job View. Before we walk through the job view, however, let's look at the accounting transactions at the bottom of the quote view. Several transaction types are available, and as an upgrade can sync to QuickBooks or Sage accounting software with the press of a button. You can choose which line items to sync or not to sync. The system checks to see if there is an existing customer account in QuickBooks. If not, it asks you if you want to create a new account. Stoneapp can send the project name, number, line items, and other details into the invoice. Estimates, sales orders, invoices, deposits, payments, refunds, credit memos are all available through these transactions. As you can see, the QuickBooks sync process also gives you an indication as to whether or not that sync was successful. We're going to head over to QuickBooks and take a look at that transaction as it imported. A lot of these things you can customize yourself as to how much detail you put in. Also, whether or not you want the project number to go into a certain field in QuickBooks. Stoneapp is also recording that transaction. So there's a tracker that shows all the details of what financial transactions have been initiated in Stoneapp, as well as which ones have been QB synced. You'll notice a little QB icon, and since it's green, it means it's synced successfully. Okay, now let's take a look at the job view. All the data entered in the lead or quote is populating in the respective fields on the job. Stoneapp does a fantastic job of providing you with visibility of the entire scope of work, all areas and parts. You can easily move these areas and parts into phases. The square feet and the dollar amount associated with the parts are also assigned to a phase. We'll create a new phase and move the vanity into it. By the way, this is also how you would create remake phases. You can track the what happened, who did it, and the square feet and cost of the remake, which is accessible on a report. So let's finish moving that vanity into phase 2. So simply go to the vanity part, select move phase, and it's just as easy as that. Vanity is now moved. The vanity is now moved into phase 2. At the bottom of job view is where you manage your activities. Stoneapp is tremendous flexibility when it comes to setting up your workflows, and you can have as many as you want. You can even import your own icons as visuals for the activity statuses. So let's talk workflow. You can have default activities or triggers to prompt you to batch add more activities as the job progresses. In this example, we'll add a batch using a batch activity button. This batch is based on a template date, so when the template date is added, it auto-populates the remaining activities. However, you also have the flexibility to adjust dates manually if needed. When using an activity batch and an auto-schedule date is moved, Stoneapp will prompt the user to see if other activities should also be moved along with it. The user could then choose which, if any, should be moved. The activities can be managed on the job, but also on a calendar view. The activities are grouped by function in tabs at the top. Please also notice that the square feet and $T are shown at the top of each day, so you can schedule to successfully meet your daily goals. The most popular calendar views are already built into Stoneapp, but there is an area to create customized views if you find the need. By selecting date, there is a map and the routes are color-coded. You'll also find unassigned activities on the map as a gray pointer. In the current build, the map actually is its own tab rather than being squished there at the bottom. There is a drag and drop feature in the calendar view for both time of day and resource. When a change is made, once again, the system will prompt you as to whether or not any other activities should adjust with it. Printed job packets can be created from the calendar view, but most shops find they would rather use the amazing Field app that is created for your template and installation technicians. The technician signs into the app with their specific PIN number. They'll see their projects en route. They can select the Start button upon arriving at the location, and the activity status changes to In Progress. Through the Field app, the technician has access to more information that could possibly be printed and given to them. The Job Info tab displays the Communication Hub notes and files. The technician can also add notes, documents, and pictures straight into the job. The technicians will have access to the part information as well as all of the selections. They can even update selections like the sink, make and model, or even faucet hole configuration if you wish. Here the technician is adding multiple documents at one time, uploading those files right into the job. The Field app can contain active forms like checklists or disclaimers, and the customer can sign the forms right on the tablet. When the technician is done with that job, they simply press End to mark the activity complete. The notes and documents will be immediately available for the next step in your workflow. The teammates in the office will also be aware that the technician has completed that job. All the documents, all the pictures, signatures, everything's available immediately for the office to continue to progress the job. Notice the red M emblem on each project. When the M is green, that means that the material for the job has been received and is assigned to the project. That emblem works in conjunction with our purchasing and inventory module. While we're back in the calendar view, by selecting the respective tab at the top, Every department has a full understanding into the list of projects that need to be completed that day. For the production shop, a summarized eyeball view is created so that they can have full visibility on the status of the projects as they move through production. And for the operations team, a project tracker provides them with a to-do list sorted to the oldest activity on top. Red means the respective activity is past due. From this view, you can see the status of the other activities on the project, manage the statuses, and even navigate to the communication hub. As a manager, the red, blue, and gray banners at the top shows square feet in dollars, or $T if you prefer. Not shown as an all tab, which can be selected to have visibility into all open projects and even export the information if desired. The red R emblem indicates a remake phase, so special attention can be placed on those projects. Everything that you've seen so far, with the exception of QuickBooks Sync, comes with the standard package. The difference between standard and enterprise package is that enterprise comes with purchasing and inventory, as well as live inventory on your website. QB Sync can be added to the standard or enterprise package. All other add-on options are available only for the enterprise packages. Everything we look at moving forward is either available as an add-on or in enterprise. You can use the activities in conjunction with the Field app to start, stop, and track the time to complete the activities by phase. However, Stoneapp has a built-in parts tracking module as an add-on that is built specifically for tracking parts through your shop. There is a snipping tool to make it efficient to capture the programmed image and paste it onto barcoded labels. Because it is integrated, there is no need to rekey project or selection details. Let's take a look at how parts labels are created in Stoneapp. The programmer would go to the Parts Layout tab and also open the Snip tool. Parts can be combined or split as needed, then the Snip tool is used to capture the image along with its dimensions. Multiple images can be captured at the same time, then press Sync Images to paste all of the captures at once. In this example, we're just capturing the one image. You can have a variety of barcode templates for face and edge labels. The labels are customizable. This label is set up to carry a color band that shows the due date of the part, as well as the job information and square feet of the part. Barcodes are specific to the part, so you can use a scanner and a parts tracking app to easily scan and mark it complete. The employee scans the part and selects Start, and the activity status changes to In Progress. The parts are then marked complete once finished, and the employee, the activity, the part with square feet, and time are all tracked. The parts tracker shows the status of the parts as they progress through your shop, and their summary reports as well could also be exported. Let's talk about dashboards. Now, the dashboard and reports that you'll see in this video are included in both standard and enterprise packages. You can adjust your dashboards to create your view. Dashboards can show the square feet scheduled and how much of it is complete. You can click on the visual to reveal the job details. There are a lot of individual reports in each of the modules, and the reports are exportable. These may be all you need, so certainly start with them. However, the reason it's in this add-on section is because there is now an add-on that combines Stoneapp information with information from your other platforms, such as QuickBooks, into a powerful dashboards and analytics tool. Let me know if you'd like to learn more about Stone BI. Let's now talk about purchases and inventory. Purchases can be generated from a specific job, or you can create a non-job PO. First, we'll look at creating the POs from the job. The purchasers can select the word stock to reveal the materials that you have in stock, which could then be selected and assigned to the job. Like these two slabs of black absolute. Notice they have a reserve status now. If there is no material in stock and a PO would be needed, then you select the Job PO button. The PO is generated, the system automatically brings in all of the selections, and you can uncheck the items you don't want to send on this PO. Start by selecting your supplier. The PO number carries in with it the project number, however, it can be overwritten if you desire. Next, you would uncheck the items you don't want to send on this PO. And yes, we should have selected Bahama Blue and not Absolute Black here in this example. You can click on the material name to open up fields where you can enter details about the purchase, like the cost, the size, even the block number. That can also be done at a later time as well. And in one click, you can see the history of purchases of this material. You can see where you bought it from and how much it cost you. Let's finish up this PO by putting in the quantity and determining whether or not it's consigned, and then hitting save. We're now ready to email this PO to our vendor using one of the email templates that we've created. Let's add an estimated date of arrival for that material, which can be visible both on the project as well as on some shop reports and on the material handler's app. Let's jump over to the material tracker, where production employees and material handlers have full visibility into what materials to expect. They can see what's been ordered, they can view it by estimated delivery date, they can see what needs to be moved from one location to the cut ready, to the A-frame near the saw. So lots of visibility here in that material tracker. Check out how easy it is to receive the material. Materials purchased from job POs are automatically allocated to the job. You can add the block and sequence number, and if you know the location of where you're going to put the material, great, go ahead and add it. If not, not a big deal. The material handler app can easily transfer the material into that location. The material app works in conjunction with the barcode label, and it allows you to, with a barcode scanner, to scan and move materials from one location to another. When you print the barcodes, obviously there's a variety of templates that you can use, some for the face, some to wrap around the edge. You can print with or without the job information on that label and use that to move materials through your shop. The Slabsmith integration add-on allows material handlers to enter the stock number into Slabsmith during the image taking process. The image will then automatically be placed in the inventory detail in Stoneapp, and remnants created in Slabsmith automatically get created in Stoneapp as well. When the saw activity is marked complete, Stoneapp automatically consumes the slabs. If remnants were created, they will stay reserved to the project until the job is marked complete. At that time, the remnants move from a reserve to an in-stock status. Because they are reserved to the job, it's easy to move them from one phase into the next phase. That is one example of many of the power of an integrated system. Let's create a PO for your bulk materials or consumables. Select New PO and then select your line items from the Purchase line button. You would complete the popover form in the same manner we looked at previously. The purchase tracker is the place to identify how many upcoming jobs are assigned the same material to help determine if a bundle or container should be purchased. In this example, African tobacco has 5 slabs equal to 216 square feet. Select the field to reveal the details. The same can be done with other materials like sinks. Reorder thresholds can also be set, and the red font means below the reorder threshold. There is also a tool tracker for tool and consumable management. The employee enters a PIN number into a tablet that's stationed near the supply closet and then scans the barcode on the box. The material pops up and the quantity is entered into that popover. This gives added control to your tools and consumables. Materials are likely your highest expense. You can see that Stoneapp put a lot of thought into helping you have complete control of your materials. There are a number of reports in the inventory dashboard that provides excellent insight into your materials on hand, their size, and value. Consumption reports are included as well. So this even extends into the consumables. We'll flash a few of the reports up on the screen here so you can see just how expansive the materials reporting is within Stoneapp. The Live Inventory feature provides integration with your website to show the details, including pictures, of the materials that you have in your inventory. There are some accounting reports for the financial transactions created in Stoneapp. I would recommend using the reporting in your financial system like QuickBooks because you may have made an adjustment to a record in that system and there's really no need to duplicate that effort in Stoneapp. Nonetheless, there are reports available in Stoneapp too. Time tracking is an add-on module which allows you to track employees' start and break times. This information is collected using a tablet that snaps a picture of the employee when they enter their PIN and clock in and out. This report can be exported and sent to payroll processor. Please let me know if you'd like more information on this feature. I don't have any data in this example on the video. There is also a calendar for holidays, meetings, and time off, which will prevent the employee from getting double booked on a job activity that is on the same date and time. The company holidays are also skipped on the auto schedule, and this is all included in your standard or enterprise package. Lastly, the system settings is where you control your system. It is very robust. This information would be covered in, say, a training video at a later time.